Hi Pisces, welcome to your October 2015 Alchemy Scope. I'm Erin from the Alchemy of Holism. Thanks for tuning in. So here we are. I'm filming this on October 13th. We just had the point of our Virgo new moon about less than 24 hours ago, about 21 hours ago or so. And this was, of course, a partial solar eclipse as well. New moon in Virgo at 20 degrees. So let's look at the first component of our 6-point alchemy scope for the month, which is the symbology. So the Sabian symbol that's encoded at the exact degree point in the 360-degree zodiac for 20 degrees Virgo. And the Sabian symbol is a girls' basketball team. And when we look at a symbol, we're looking at the components of the symbol and what the bigger meaning is. And it's going to be different for everybody, but there's some collective meanings that we can look at as well. So a girls' basketball team is seemingly a simple symbol. However, if we look at the stories that have been unfolding in recent months, and if we're looking at the dynamism of this particular month of September, which is rich, to say the least, it is a game-changing month. There are energy surges. There's a cresting wave of energy. We are elevating our frequencies. The earth is elevating her frequency. Everything is shifting. Our bodies are shifting. Our minds are shifting. It's huge. And on top of that, there's a myriad of other kind of simultaneously synchronistic, coordinated aspects of our evolution that's also unfolding. So we have lots going on. If we look at a girls' basketball team, what does that mean? It means girls or women or the feminine coming together in a team, in community, in communion, in unity, with a like mind, with a like heart, for a particular purpose in order to win, and coming together in order to play the game. And life is the game. Life is the big game. And so that particular story is flavoring this new moon to new moon cycle from mid-September to mid-October. That's the theme, and it's very intriguing that in this very rich month, this very dynamic and shifting month of September, that we would have this women coming together theme, because it's very reflective of the new paradigm, what's coming into play. Okay, so just absorb that and think about how that symbol manifests itself in your life, or what wants to be evolved through that symbol in your life, and for the whole. Okay, so then let's look at the second point for your alchemy scope, which is the I Ching. And I pulled this to reflect the Piscean energy set for this particular cycle. Now you received, Pisces, a beautiful one. It's number 5, patience. And the I Ching is a hexagram, so it's a stack of 6 lines. There's 2 trigrams that make up the hexagram, and your particular hexagram is water above, sky below. So those are the 2 trigrams that make up this energy set of number 5, patience. Okay, Pisces, so I'm reading this from the Visionary I Ching. A fisherman can cast the line, but can only wait for the fish to bite. Your catch will come in its own time. You cannot make it come, neither by working, by planning, or by wishing. You may need to provide nourishment for you or your loved ones, but only through patience can you become the bridge between the fickle fish and the eventual feast. Strength in a time of trial waits quietly, resolutely. Weakness grows agitated and abandons the effort before the fish bites. Periods of waiting are most fruitful when used for quiet contemplation. It's using the function of the quiet, using the function of nothing happening, see. Proceed cautiously but resolutely. with whatever you are doing, the situation calls for constancy and patience. Waiting is an essential skill. Patience is a powerful force. Time is an ally of those with inner strength. The kind of strength that allows you to be uncompromisingly honest with yourself while sticking to the path that you have charted. If you persevere with a positive attitude, time weakens even the hardest obstacles. To rush anything or impatiently force results stimulates resistance and causes setbacks. At best, you achieve surface changes that may just as quickly be reversed. Steadfast waiting, holding to your integrity, leads to slow but permanent improvements, Pisces. In the end, you accomplish something great. Be content to practice patience. So that's the energy set for you during this cycle. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull your spread. And again, this is my series deck, my custom 144 card deck that I use for myself. It's my own personal deck. And I've already shuffled, and I went ahead and asked, as I always do, what event, situation, or circumstance is coming forward, at least for the majority of Pisces-centric people, in order to grow and evolve them. Let me pull down that music. I have some music playing during these scopes, which I hope you like. I did it differently last night for the scopes that I recorded than tonight. So hopefully what became distracting, because I was using my one computer for all function, this I'm doing differently. So hopefully the music will not be distracting for you. Hopefully it will be soothing. So let me go ahead and pull it, Pisces. I'm doing what's called a synchronic spread. Okay, so you have some memories coming up. You have some things from the past coming up for some of you. Definitely. And you might be kind of stuck in your mind about the past. So things that have shifted. You have some fear coming up as well. So you're going to be in a state of remembering. Of remembering people, events, circumstances in your life that have been meaningful and poignant to your particular, your growth, your life, you know, your trajectory, what you're doing. And emotionally, you're going to be kind of themed in the past. So you're going to be kind of maybe stuck recording, you know, in that patterned recording of the past, of people from your past and of past circumstances as well. Now, with that, so it's kind of interesting because there is some fear that's coming up for you. However, Pisces, it's interesting because you're able to, it looks like this month, you're going to be able to kind of access an unusual place of grace, of groundedness within the wave of emotions and thoughts, memories that are coming up about things from your past. So you're able to actually maintain your thoughts and your kind of stability in a state of groundedness and grace, which is lovely. And I have to tell you that that doesn't feel too surprising because inherently Pisceans are very, you know, they're watery, they're intuitive, they're emotional, they're connected. I mean, first of all, Pisces are inherently emotional. So there's connections to the past, that what's fed you emotionally inherently. So you're comfortable in that realm, in other words. So the fact that past feelings are going to be coming up for you, that's not going to be too big of a deal. But you might have people reemerge in your life though too. It might be more than memories that's coming up. It might actually be people reemerging into your life experience from the past. And what I would say to you is you want to be mindful about who they are and what they represent for you. Okay. But it is interesting though, because the fear card came up with regards to your spiritual foundations. So it might be that there are moments during this cycle, Pisces, where the memories pull you. They kind of drag you into places where you thought maybe you came up for air. And you're going to have some pieces of fear, maybe some moments of fear may be coming up because you don't want to go back to those places. Or conversely, it might be that you feel like you miss those places. The sadness card didn't come up. I'm getting more that you are moving on from the past, or you want to move on from the past. And it might be that you have some fear coming up about maybe you don't feel able to move on. But I will tell you that you will move on. And in fact, I think you'll do it easier than you might imagine sometimes. So when the fear starts to creep up, try to take it lightly, because you are inherently, you're going to be able to access a state of grace in your thoughts about things. And you just want to watch your beliefs that you have about the past, that you have about past relationships and past events. Pay attention to them. So if they're causing you pain, you know that they're out of alignment with the truth of your higher self, of that wisdom of your higher self. So beautiful. Okay, so let's take a look. So this is, I just dropped some cards here, but this is Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters deck. So let's take a look, Pisces, and we're going to pull your master for this cycle. Okay. See what wants to come from Pisces. Open your heart to love, Jesus. This is a powerful card. This is your guidance for you, specific guidance for Pisces this month. Open your heart to love. I'll read what Doreen Virtue writes here. Give me a second. Beautiful card, though. Okay, here we go. So Pisces, for Jesus, this is everything you desire and every prayer that you seek comes as a result of opening your heart to both sending and receiving love. Your heart is the gateway of receptivity. I really want you to hear that. It is the answer to every question you have about your love life, relationships, health, life purpose, and so forth. The more you allow the more you allow yourself to love, the greater depth and meaning your life holds. Jesus and the other Ascended Masters will support you in this endeavor, ensuring that you're protected and safe as you open your heart to love. I will say that we are all moving into a state of increased frequency, of a greater capacity to hold light. We are moving into a greater state to be vehicles of light, of love. And for you to get this, as you are inherently such a deeply connected to spirit sign, like you're encoded at a very deep level to have that connection to spirit. Beautiful, gorgeous. What a fabulous master for you. So let's take a look. This is Carol and Mrs. Archetype card deck. And as I do every month, we're going to pull up the quality sets. What quality sets? Specific to you, Pisces, during this month. What wants to be matured, evolved, evoked, enacted within you this month? What's calling to be enacted within Pisces this month? What's coming? Rebel. Rebel is coming. Let me read it first. So the lower frequency manifestation of rebel is rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. What wants to be evolved is challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So this is about integrity with being a rebel, with pushing against the systems that are unsustainable, that are imbalanced, that do not work. And this is about becoming a voice for the rebalancing, the big rebalancing, the rebalancing of human psyche, the rebalancing of earth systems, climate and otherwise, the rebalancing of human-made systems, health, education, etc. This is about you pushing the boundaries, speaking your truth, but doing so with integrity. Gorgeous. Now, Pisces. So I have something special, an additional piece this month before we go on to the final point of the 6-point alchemy scope, the Dakini. Because I had some really magical, unusual experiences with animals this week, I was called very loudly to incorporate Stephen Farmer's Spirit Animal book. Now, this is a reference book for when we come upon animals in nature, what they symbolize. So there's no cards with them, and I haven't gotten Vicki Verley's deck yet. So I am going to intuitively pull a page for Pisces, and we're going to see what animal spirit is coming through with a particular message for you during this cycle. And what I would urge you in a general way is to pay heed, pay attention to animals you come across in the wild. Pisces. Pisces. You got several, actually. Let's see. So you received fox. You received fox specifically, not the other page. You didn't receive fly. You received fox. So let me read. So Pisces, this is what it says. Trust your intuition and be wary of someone you're involved with who is attempting to trick you in some way. Your intelligence and ingenuity are more useful right now than confrontation and righteousness. So remember the rebel card. It's better for you to remain in the background and exert an influence from that position than to take an active leadership role. It's best to blend in to your surroundings. Now keep in mind the patience theme as well, okay? It's best for you to blend into your surroundings, move with stealth, and keep your intentions to yourself. It's important at this time to break out of your social conditioning and express yourself more freely, Pisces. Do you feel that? It's really good. Fox. So Fox is the special message for you. Rebel is the quality set. Rebel wants to come out in you this month. Now, the reason why, so there's different foxes that came up. So this is the page that I actually turned to. It's all the various foxes. So I'm going to read all of them to you. And here, look and see, sense and feel. Trust your senses to guide you. So that's the completion of general fox. Arctic fox. Don't let the negative things that others say about you affect you adversely. Plan for the future by storing up some of your supplies. Welcome the changes of season with behavior and attitude appropriate to that season. Okay? Gray fox. Right now, it's best for you to keep yourself, right now, it's best for you to keep to yourself and not stand out. Now that's opposite than the rebel message, but let's read on. This is a good time to create space and time for a few hours of solitude. Now again, Fox is definitely highlighting the patience theme for you. So there's something about having stealth and kind of keeping to yourself, but yet being aligned with principles that are not the norm, that are yours, that are indicative of a greater truth, of a greater justice, that are needing to come out now as well. So I just want to point that out. Kit Fox. Speak your truth directly without explanation or qualification. Constancy, courage, and integrity are important for you to display right now. Red Fox. It's important to be flexible and adaptable, using the resources you have immediately available. Let the fires of passion in your heart be expressed through some creative process. Now, again, that's Rebel as well. So, very interesting. Let's see what we have for the Dakini. I've already pulled it. Now, this might web it together. This might kind of bring it together. Now, keep in mind, there are many different Pisceans watching this, right? You're all different people. You're distinctly individual. So it might be very well that the reason why I pulled Fox was not only for the general Fox message, but the fact that the different flavors of Fox, the different types of Fox, and those qualities that are distinctive for each one are going to resonate for patches of you out there that are going to feel most appropriate for you. So your Dakini Goddess. So as you know, if you've tuned in before, the Dakini Goddess, first of all, I pull it from Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle, okay? But this is based on the 64 Yogini Dakini of India. And again, a reminder that we start with the 64 I Ching, and here we end with the 64 Dakinis. Penny Slinger has a fantastic way about her. I'm very in tune with her writing and how she connects with reality, okay? So that's why I use hers. And it's beautiful, and it's deep, and it's very appropriate and relevant for our times. So Pisces, the goddess that came forward for you to embody, whether you're male or whether you're female, the quality set, the goddess to embody this month in order to allow you to flow with least effort over the course of the cycle is number 20, Kuan Yin. Beautiful. So let me read it here. This is Penny. Kuan Yin. She is motivated by her tears of compassion to appear in the air of consciousness, the subtle vibrational realm, to positively affect those on the earth plane. Who is Kuan Yin? Kuan Yin, the one who hears the cries of the world. See, again, the rebel is really, I want to just keep reminding you. So the rebel is about speaking up for injustice, like not following the crowd, speaking what you know is the truth, and bringing that like a laser down to this plane. And the thing is, before we go on, this month is so powerful. We are shifting. We're already shifting, but there could be a point at the end of this month that is the punctuation, and you might find that you're going to rapidly shift. And if you're open to it, great change could come to yourself and your life, and you may be used more freely as a vehicle for good in the world. That's what I want to say. So you have a very beautiful and powerful spread here, the whole spread. So let's see here. Kuan Yin was originally more androgynous in nature. In some representations, she has a mustache, but by these means, she represents the open and compassionate heart in all beings, male and female alike. This makes her so important for humanity right now, okay? The goddess later became associated with fertility and the conception and birth of children. Very powerful, Pisces. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. Kuan Yin is here to offer you her unconditional blessing of compassion. You have called compassion into your life. So this is who you are to embody. You are to be Kuan Yin. You are to be compassion. You are to activate that within you this month. Seek to bless all you encounter. Think of others first. I would say that with a little qualification. Yes, you want to think of others, but you have to You have to attend to yourself, nurture yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, honor yourself fully and wholly before you can authentically give and before you can authentically serve. So keep that in mind. You want to think of others, but you have to think of yourself first, because that relationship is what you emit outward. Cultivate the art of empathy so you can feel what others feel. This will engender feelings of compassion. Those who have tasted it can no longer be content with the limited rewards of selfish actions. It is generally not considered appropriate in society for men especially to cry. Expression of deep emotion, particularly sadness, is not given a place in our society. Although it is an aspect of the range of sentiments that we are here to experience on earth. Now, I just want to, again, I want to point out that you will have emotions from the past coming up, and that could involve sadness. The sadness card didn't come up, but it could definitely bring grief, sadness, you know, and this could be too about the past of the planet, the past of humanity. So you could be grieving about how we have been, how humans have been, how you have been, and you're wanting to evolve yourself. You're wanting to evolve the whole. It's very powerful, Pisces. So let me go to the transmission. So for Kuan Yin, I turn back to earth because I hear you calling. For my deepest joy is to catch you when you're falling. However much you suffer, you can take refuge in me. The affirmations. The goddess hears my calls. Her compassion for me knows no bounds. I cultivate infinite compassion for all beings. I cultivate infinite compassion for all beings. The value I give others adds value to my own being. Pisces, beautiful. I just love this so much for you. What I will say is I am offering this month, because September is just potent and it's kind of full on, and some people are in flow and feeling expansion and freedom, and quite a few people are feeling burdened, overwhelmed, like they're breaking apart, like their lives are breaking apart, and that's not unusual. There's lots of people going through that. If you need clarity on what your particular story is, your soul print, and how these eclipses, so how today's new moon partial solar eclipse in Virgo is impacting you or calling to be eclipsed out, what wants to be eclipsed out and what wants to be generated, birthed, then at the full moon at the end of this month, and that's also a full lunar eclipse, what is calling to be eclipsed out in your life and what is calling to be birthed. It's different for each one of you. You're each a distinct soul print, individual, totally different. You're diverse, diversity and unity. So if you need guidance, I am here. I have these sessions, 90-minute in-depth Skype sessions are available now. I recommend contacting me so we can schedule you in so that you can maximize the energies of this month. So you can maximize you getting clear, so you can hone your intention this month, because it is a game-changing month, and you are kind of imprinting in a way. You're imprinting in a very strong way. Where you are seeing yourself unfold or go or move toward in the next several years. This is like a big chunk of time that you're kind of creating, that you're seeding in order to be manifested. So I'm here, and I'll put a link here on the video, and it will be below in the description as well. But until the next Alchemy Scope or the next video, because I have several that are going to be coming out, I wish you the best. I send you lots of love and infinite support. Okay, so I send you good wishes, and I'll talk to you soon.